Hey YouTube, Wagwan, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and replace the compressor on this Jeep Cherokee. So guys, if your Cherokee look like this, it's gonna be the same procedure. Do not ask me, hey, what year it is. Once you have the 2.42, once it look like this, same procedure. Don't ask me what year it is. And also it's probably the same for the Chrysler 200 and the Dodge Dart, because it's the same engine inside. So with that said, we're gonna need to take this out to get more room to work, because the AC compressor is all the way at the bottom, and I believe the AC compressor is right here, and I believe it's also the same for the Ram City, the small work truck. So let's go ahead and get started. So guys, it's got to be flathead or Phillips screwdriver. Same thing for this, flathead or Phillips screwdriver. This one is a flathead. If you look at it right here, you can see flathead and Phillips design. And also you're gonna have a 10 millimeter to take out. So once you take that out, you will be able to lift up the filter, the intake, cold air intake scoop. So you can see him already having enough room to work at. You can remove this if you want, or you can leave it, but I am going to remove it because I like to have a lot of room, because I don't want this to be in the way. So I'm going to take this out right now.
Somewhere else. Anybody else something nowhere else?
So now you can see we have a lot of room to remove the belt. You can see the AC compressor is damaged, it locked up, it looked like. So there you can see right there. So guys, we're gonna need to remove this cover right here, because right here state that the AC, one of the AC ports are under here, so we gotta remove this cover. We can get our set flathead screwdriver that we used from earlier to
It's inside
just pry these out just like this. So if you get a closer look, you will see that we have so that's what I'm gonna do for everything. So guys, let's go ahead and remove this now. And now you can see the other port right here, so that's good. Now we're going to remove the freon from the system. We can recover it if we have any in it, because I don't know if any is inside. So guys, after you recover the freon from the system, after you take out the freon from the system, if you have any in yours, what you want to do is, I think that's 13 millimeter. You're gonna use a 13 millimeter ratchet handle. Yeah, it's 13. You use a 13 millimeter socket with a ratchet handle, and that's to remove the AC line from the compressor, just like that. So just remove that right there. So once you take that off, you can just pull up on the hose and it will come right off. Make sure not to lose your washer. Alright. If you want, you can remove it from here as well to get more space, but I think that should be enough space. You also can unplug the clips by squeezing and pulling on it. So you squeeze a little tab. I don't know if you can see it right there at the back. So this is it. You want to squeeze right here and pull back on it. It should have two. So here's the second one. You want to squeeze right here, pull back on it. So, and pull this. Alright, so that's good. Now you want to take note of the belt. You want to take note of the belt to see which way the belt run, and then after you can get like a piece of paper and draw it, or you can take a picture of the belt, make sure, just to get back the same belt route. So once you do that, it's time to locate the tensioner, which is going to be at the top right here, and we're going to have to release the tension from it to remove the belt. So guys, the compressor don't want me to be great, but you know, as always, we're still going. So it's going to be 60mm. Put it on it and pull up. Once you pull up, the tension are going to release like that. Then you can take the belt off just like that. You don't have to take the belt off from all the components. You can just take it off from the compressor or from the alternator like I did, and kind of sweep it out from the compressor just like that. I can see down there that we have probably 13mm. Let's double check that. So yeah, it's 13mm. You see where the socket is. You should have one there, and you should have one you should have some in the back too, so maybe one or two in the back. So let's check that. All right guys, so we're gonna have one 30mm right here, and the back over here we're gonna have another one. They are both the same size, and under the front you're gonna have the front of the compressor, you're gonna have another bolt. So it's 3 bolts that hold the compressor. 2 so far is 30mm. We're gonna get underneath the car and take down the cover and see what's going on for there. So guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the lower engine cover, which is this thing. It's gonna be all 10mm. So you just want to look right around for the 10mm. So this one missing some. That's okay. So now we have another 13mm right here. So it looked like we have enough space to take the compressor down to remove that 13mm. So let's go ahead and get that one out. So basically that's what we gotta do. I have a shorter 13 because we have the holes right there, but I'm gonna use my 2-hand because I don't want the compressor to drop. So you want to tilt the compressor up and down like this. Alright, so let me try to give you a closer look. So you want to tilt the front of the compressor up and down, and it will come down just like this. So guys, you can see that's what broke. That's what the AC compressor will make noise and stop working, or even locked up sometime. Your belt squeak, a smoke, burn, pop, car overheat. I guess I'm being too dramatic, but yeah, all those stuff can happen. So guys, all right, we put it back the same way you take it out. And get another one. So we're going to tighten up these two since we can catch them from down here. We're going to tighten up these two, or whatever we can tighten up from underneath the car we're going to do, and then we'll finish up at the top. So guys, we have this one right here, that one right there. We gotta go at the top and catch the other one at the top. But in the meantime, what we can do is just put back the lower engine cover, since we're about done at the bottom. And also I add oil in the compressor, but the customer brought me a used compressor, so I put a little bit of oil because I didn't want to put too much, because I know the vehicle have oil itself, and probably the used compressor probably gonna have some oil. Alright guys, so now we have the bottom on. We're gonna lower the vehicle and start working from top. Alright guys, so now what we gotta catch is this right here. We gotta catch this top. And yeah, it's 13mm. And after we tighten this up, we're gonna go ahead and just and guys, it seems that we run into a bit of trouble. I have to loosen back the bolts that I tightened already to get this one tightened, because it's not catching. I guess the compressor shifts a little bit. So guys, what we do so far is tighten all 3 bolts on there. Remember, I was having problem with one, but I already set that back and tighten it up. So make sure you line that up properly. Do not force it in. Once you line it up, it's gonna go down into it. Get your 13mm right here. You can tighten that up. And also get your clip, lock them back into place. Tighten that up, and the next step is to put back the belt on. So guys, what we're gonna do now is catch the belt under, run the belt under the AC compressor, because since we didn't really take it all the way off, just gotta run it back to where it was. Try to get some light down there. Now it's kind of dark. Now we're gonna pull this back up. So now I gotta do it again. Alright, so let's try it one more time. Tension off. So now you want to look and make sure the belt is on all the pulleys, on the crankshaft pulley, the idle pulley, the tensioner pulley, the alternator pulley, and the AC compressor pulley. And also in the back there's a pulley over there in the back for the water pump. So it's on the water pump also, you can see from here. And belt seems to be good, guys. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and connect a vacuum pump. And guess what, you don't need to vacuum it if you don't have a vacuum pump. You can put gas in it and it'll still blow cold, but it's always best to vacuum it to get all the moist and everything out the system. But if you at your home doing it, you don't have a vacuum pump, it's not a big deal. But if you have a friend, or you can take it to a shop that can vacuum it for you, I would recommend go that route. So I have the vacuum pump running. Make sure you open this up. So once you open the gauge up, it's going to take out all the moist out the system. When that's done vacuum, we can go ahead and add Freon in it, start the car up and let it run. Alright guys, so since we didn't unplug any sensors, or no sensor or map sensor or anything was on the box itself, the airbox itself, the car can crank right like this without throwing any code. So we're gonna go ahead and start the vehicle. And I removed the vacuum and go out to put gas in it. Make sure you lock this before you remove the vacuum pump. So with that said, let's start the vehicle. So we're gonna start the vehicle. We're gonna turn the AC all the way to max. Turn the fan all the way up, turn this all the way down. You can see on the top right here. Slow AC on, that on, so circulating. You can see it's 82 degrees, 0.1 Fahrenheit. So let's start add Freon to it. So you want to add it from the low side. So right here it tell you what to add. It's R1, it's R1234 YF, that's the tank you use, and also you take 1 pound for the 2.4 or 3.2. So guys, now you can see we have 56 degrees Fahrenheit from the vent. Check this one right here. So this one is colder than this one here. See? So we're gonna need to add a little bit more Freon, but yeah guys, you get the drift. Alright, so now we're on the passenger side. It's colder over here. So guys, if your car is low and freon, it will make one side blow warmer, blow colder than the other side. So guys, what we're going to do now is just put it back together, since we already tested and know the AC run, everything works. So let's put it back. So guys, everything is back together. This is the finishing look. That's it. Peace out. See you next time.